The cargo ship Smart ran aground and split in half. It happened in the harbor of Richards Bay, on the coast of the Indian Ocean in the Republic of South Africa.
A chemical tanker crashes into waves over 10 meters high during a hurricane-force wind off the coast of Portugal. A powerful storm of this category can or severely damage a ship. The Sri Lankan Navy is trying to prevent an environmental disaster. For several days now, a fire has been burning on a cargo ship anchored near the port of Colombo. The Singapore-flagged ship was sailing from the Indian state of Gujarat and was carrying thousands of containers, including chemicals and fuel. As a result of the incident, 8 containers with pellets for the production of polyethylene, mixed with burnt oil, have already fallen into the water, which has polluted the popular Negombo beach located near the capital.
Tilbage 4. Tilbage 4.
During a patrol in the waters of the Faroe Islands, the French trawler Bruix was suspected of illegal fishing. When a patrol ship approached him, the French trawler refused to let the inspection team on board and headed for the territorial border. During the chase, the two vessels collided. No one was injured. On February 15th, all 22 sailors were evacuated from the bulk carrier Good Faith under the flag of Cyprus, which hit the rocks off the coast of Andros Island. The ship, which was heading to Odessa, got caught in a storm and the waves threw it on the rocks. The hull got a hole and took on water. Coast Guard officers who arrived at the accident site evacuated the entire crew from the bulk carrier. A vessel specializing in collecting polluted waters and 3 tugboats were also sent to the area of the incident. A huge container ship crashed into loading cranes in the port of the Turkish city, overturning 3 cranes and causing significant damage. No people were injured in the incident. In the North Sea, a Portuguese-flagged container ship crashed into the tanker Stena Immaculate, which was anchored. Both vessels were engulfed in fire, and the crew immediately called rescue vessels. The collision occurred near the English port. The tanker was carrying jet fuel, and the container ship, according to some reports, was also carrying poisonous sodium cyanide. The ships have taken critical damage and cannot be repaired. No people were injured.
Peace.
The Russian cargo ship broke in half, unable to withstand the impact of the wave. The crew is requesting assistance. Bay of Biscay. You need to be prepared for this. A cargo ship carrying almost 3,000 vehicles is on fire near the world-famous bird habitat off the coast of the Netherlands, as fire and rescue crews wait for the flames to subside before attempting to board the vessel. The Fremantle motorway, en route from the German port of Bremerhaven to Singapore, caught fire shortly before midnight on Tuesday, about 17 miles north of the Dutch island of Ameland, raising fears of an environmental disaster.
A South Korean cargo ship carrying approximately 4,000 vehicles bound for the Middle East has listed heavily off the coast of the southern U.S. state of Georgia. The U.S. Coast Guard said the Golden Ray had a pilot and 23 crew members on board when it capsized in St. Simon's Sound.
The cruise ships Norwegian Star and Royal Caribbean Explorer of the Seas were moored to stern at the Royal Bermuda Shipyard. In the afternoon, a strong storm broke out with heavy rain and wind gusts of 75 mph. Somehow, the front fastenings of one ship were torn off and the ships collided. Fortunately, no one was injured, but both ships had dents from the impact.
It's going to hit us again. I've been scraping them all.
The crew of the Russian cruiser Varyag conducts exercises in a storm. It's okay. Going on a cruise ship trip, you need to be prepared to face the storm. Powerful waves are flooding the deck. It's an exciting sight.
Oh, yeah.
I'll look out for it. 3 meter swell in Antarctica.
Yeah, 3 meters swell. 2.5. Through a clean window.
Yeah, the window's
Oh,
clear now.
yes, look out. Here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Thanks for cleaning the window, Chad. You bet. That'll do me.
He's gonna have to circle us first. We're still moving.
Coast Guard helicopter rescue in the middle of the ocean from Carnival Sensation ship. One of the passengers had a medical emergency and had to get airlifted to a hospital.
There he goes.
Bravo! Przebij, Kubuś, brawo!
A large warship confidently overcomes high waves in a storm.
I hope that boat survives.
Strong electrolyte? Probably not.
Rare footage from the bridge of the aircraft carrier USS Kitty Hawk, returning home to the naval base in Yokosuka, Japan, during a powerful storm. The starboard bridge at the bow was severely damaged by the impact of strong waves, and the safety net was torn off. Currently, the aircraft carrier has been removed from active service. A Mexican Navy ship crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge, causing the ship to be severely damaged by the fall of the mast onto the deck. There are injured sailors. A large Greek chemical tanker has collided with giant waves in the North Sea. A storm of this magnitude may not happen often and is capable of damaging a vessel. A fishing boat is sailing through a powerful storm. Huge waves cover the ship and toss it like a light boat. I wonder if the team is scared.
An emergency situation has occurred off the coast of New South Wales after dozens of containers fell from a cargo ship during a storm at sea. Now there are questions about how securely they were secured during loading at the port.
Incredible footage captured inside a cruise ship caught in a tropical hurricane. The ship is tossed from side to side, causing everything inside to collapse.
Oh, the wind. Be careful, that window's open. The windows are open, don't fall out.
And the other ships are nearby.
Stunning footage showing how the ship overcomes the storm. While the crew is calm, it's even fun for them.
Not me, the car.
Oh my god, this me.
Come with me to Cornell.
A tanker carrying petroleum products from the Cayman Islands with a displacement of 25,881 tons caught fire as a result of an explosion. There were a total of 25 people on board, but all of them were rescued. However, 11 sailors and 6 rescuers were injured, mostly from burns and smoke inhalation.
In Egypt, a Red Zed oversized cargo ship lost control due to a steering system failure, rammed a pier, and ran aground in the Suez Canal.
The Japanese-flagged container ship One Apus lost 1,916 cargo containers after it was caught up in a violent storm in the Pacific on November 30th, 2020. The vessel arrived on December 8th in the Japanese port of Kobe, where ship owners and managers said a full safety inspection would be carried out. The incident is described as the second biggest cargo loss in shipping history. A giant cargo ship transports timber during a storm. These waves are quite powerful and high. At such moments, the full force of nature is really felt. Rescue of injured man from MSC Opera cruise ship.
Wow, oh my god. Oh my god. It's gonna crash.
This trip to Antarctica is getting really interesting.
Oh my god.
Huge waves hit Stina, ferry from Holyhead to Dublin.
Oh my god, this is just getting a little bit scary now rather than just plain exhilarating. The guys are still trying to do their thing in the restaurant. This is the best view. The outer decks, as you can see by the notice earlier, they're obviously completely closed. You've got to be really silly to go out in this. But let's just carry on looking at a 4.7 gale in the Drake Passage. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is the Drake Passage that takes you between Antarctica and South America. We're heading back now. We had a relatively quiet passage coming over.
Sinking a boat in order to create an artificial reef around a sunken vessel. A large fishing vessel flying the flag of the Netherlands confidently passes the waves in a storm. Its load capacity is 5,162 tons. On the morning of 16th April 2014, the ferry MV Sewol sank while en route from Incheon towards Jeju City in South Korea. The 6,125-ton vessel sent a distress signal from about 2.7 kilometers north of Byongpungdo at 0858 KST. Aurora Australis, in a fully developed force 9 gale on her way to Antarctica. Wind 40-45 knots. Significant wave height 9 meters, but the most impressive wave is the dumping 14-meter breaker just ahead of the ship.
A Russian tanker with fuel oil crashed in the Kerch Strait. One sailor died, and the rest of the crew were evacuated. The old ship was broken in half due to the strong waves during the storm. Thousands of tons of oil products ended up in the sea.
The tugboat Liberty went to the aid of the bulk carrier Federal Miramichi to Guernsey Island on the coast of Normandy in the English Channel. In Sri Lanka, the MV Express Pearl, carrying 1,186 containers, including 25 tons of nitric acid, was anchored off the coast of the port city of Negombo when a fire broke out after an explosion. Burning containers filled with chemicals fell into the sea from the deck of the ship as emergency crews extinguished the fire.
Copter carrying crew replacements approaches the Viking Vision seismic vessel and crashes.
Give the coat back.
The footage shows an attempt to hijack a cargo ship. Private guards are firing automatic rifles at a speedboat. The boat was neutralized and sank.
Go way out! Go way out!
A large cargo ship ran aground in Mauritius and broke apart, leading to a major oil spill. An allegedly drunk skipper collided with the historic USS Midway Museum in San Diego, causing significant damage before fleeing the scene. The crew of a Dutch cargo ship was rescued during a storm off the coast of Norway. The ship was in danger of sinking and causing an oil spill. The footage shows some of the 12 crew members jumping into the ocean, after which they were rescued by a helicopter. The rest were lifted straight from the deck. All of them were taken to a safe place. In Florida, a small yacht caught fire. As a result of the fire, the ship was completely destroyed, and none of the passengers were injured. During a cruise ship trip, a passenger suffered a heart attack. A U.S. Marine Boeing Vertol CH-46 Sea Knight came to help. October 18th, 2014. Ebola scare on board. U.S. Coast Guard picking up blood sample from the Carnival Magic en route back to Galveston. The 3,400-ton vessel sails through a storm in the North Sea. An oil vessel in distress ran aground off the coast, a few dozen meters from Reunion Island. A serious accident, as the island is being shaken by a strong tropical cyclone, Batsirai. What to do with the wreckage of the Wakasio? Is this the Japanese merchant ship that ran aground and then split in half, dumping more than 100 tons of hydrocarbons into the turquoise waters off Mauritius? Japan and France have announced that they have sent experts to the government of Mauritius. An oil tanker was caught in a storm off the coast of Wales, which also affected the Bay of Biscay. A huge tanker goes underwater into the sea. A 160-meter-long cargo ship was caught in a devastating storm near the Cape of Good Hope. The ship's roll reaches 32 degrees at a critical 40. Cargo ship Dolly collided with a highway bridge in the USA. After the collapse of a more than 2-kilometer-long automobile bridge in Baltimore, rescuers are looking for construction workers who were repairing potholes on the bridge. The Fedra engines failed to start, and efforts to secure new lines from 3 large tugs failed. It was pinned up against the cliffs below the Europa Point lighthouse. 4 of the ship's crew were airlifted to safety by the gallant efforts of the Spanish Coast Guard.
That probably did it.
I tried to have a nice relaxing pee and it all got blown away.
Yeah.
Oh, let's calm down a bit.
Imagine the violence of the storm.
Yeah.
It's still very stormy.
The 195-meter-long oil tanker was caught in a 12-point storm. The wind speed reaches 50 meters per second. The aftermath of a major hurricane in the Indian Ocean. Part of the cargo on the ship was lost.
We stopped.
A severe storm caught a cargo ship in the Pacific Ocean. Huge waves are rolling on the deck.
Нихуя себе, блядь. Вот это въебало, блядь. Не знаю, блядь. Хорошо, что не вышли, блядь.
Ja.
The cargo ship Grand America sank 330 kilometers west of La Rochelle after a fire. There were 2,200 tons of fuel oil on board in the cargo compartments. You never know what you're going to see when you're out in the ocean. This jet fighter visited us on our Bahamas cruise on the Carnival Miracle. The South Korean merchant ship Stellar Banner was sunk off the coast of the Brazilian state of Maranhão after running aground and sustaining serious damage. The initial inspection showed that the cargo ship had a 25-meter-long hole. The decision to sink the vessel was made after a thorough assessment of its condition.
Holy look at that!
A cruise ship sailing through the legendary Drake Strait between the southernmost tip of South America and Antarctica was caught in a powerful storm. "40-foot heart-stopping waves that were enough to knock other passengers off their feet. This is really an unforgettable adventure, perhaps for which people go on an ocean cruise.
A small fishing boat passes powerful waves near the rocks. A large loaded cargo ship sails in the Pacific Ocean through a 10-point Beaufort storm. A fire broke out on the cargo ship at night. As a result, all the cars were destroyed. On board the ship MS Expedition, Force 12 on the Beaufort scale, from the Antarctic Peninsula to South America. High seas in the middle of Atlantic Ocean in winter season. 12. Beaufort wind speed. Hurricane. Continuous rolling pitching. Vessel tried to proceed towards Canada with half a head, but 0 GPS speed, only drifting southerly. Naval experiment in the Pacific Ocean. An American warship or platform is deliberately sunk and spills into the water in an upright position in order to switch between horizontal and vertical orientations. In the early morning of March 16, 2011, the 225-meter bulk carrier MS Oliva runs aground at Nightingale Island, regarded as the second most important bird island in the world, and very remotely located at 1,500 miles from Cape Town. Beautiful shots of the Queen Elizabeth cruise ship in the Atlantic Ocean during an 11-magnitude storm. The ship cleaves through huge waves.
I can see that coming. Look at that height of that wave.
Падение не зафотаешь, что ли, ёбаный рот. Блять, как бы самому не уебаться еще.
On a fishing vessel in the open sea, a fisherman fell overboard while pulling a trawl. The Ulstein designed ultra-long-distance towing vessels, ALP Keeper and ALP Sweeper of ALP Maritime's Future Class, towed an FPSO from Singapore to Angola.